So you might be surprised to hear I don't watch James Charles and I'm not yet part of the Sister Squad. However, the treatment he's had from the UK media this week has been pretty bad, and it's another sign that the old media are afraid of the continuous climb of new media, particularly YouTubers. And there's nothing that summed up just how far behind they are when James O'Brien, a radio host of one of the radio shows here in the UK, said, "Why have I never heard of James Charles? I read every newspaper every single day." That's exactly why you haven't heard of him, because you are reading old media. He's not from old media. You've answered your own question there, really, haven't you? I mean, the reason why you won't find him in the newspapers is because he's a YouTuber, you know? We have the World Wide Web nowadays. I think it's just great to hear somebody on the radio, old media, speak about somebody from new media, a YouTuber, about not seeing him in the old media publication that he reads, a newspaper. I mean, it's just a ridiculous thing to say. It's like me trying to find Nemo in a forest. That's what it is. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. It's a different habitat, James. Come on. Before we go any further, I'd really appreciate you hitting that like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, as well as I try and push towards 25,000 subs. If you are part of the, you know, sisterhood or whatever, and you want to join the brotherhood, then that'll be great. You know, you're going to have a whole new family at this rate, to be honest. So this week, James Charles launched a new makeup palette with Morphe. I've no idea, I haven't a clue how you pronounce it, to be honest. This face has not seen a lot of makeup, let's be honest. So this week he went to Birmingham to open up a new store and apparently caused chaos. Look how annoyed this guy looks. I wonder who's dragged him to this shop. Imagine if we actually get into a real crisis, like another world war or an invasion or something. If we can't handle a YouTuber going to a shopping centre, we have no chance if Russia invade. We may as well just invite Vladimir over. Yeah, bring your troops, take over the country. So about 8,000 fans turned up to this event, and apparently they caused a bit of a traffic jam, cars being left overnight and all that sort of stuff. Probably blown out of proportion by the media, I'd suspect. But the council weren't very happy because they weren't told that James Charles was going to Birmingham. I mean, if they had a better grip of the events that were actually going on within their own city, then maybe they would have been able to prepare for it. I mean, who is it for James Charles to go, "Oh yeah, I'm famous, so please, you know, bring in more police for me. Thank you." It's not up to him, really, is it? James Charles then heard this discussion happening on LBC radio whilst he's in the back of a taxi and called up the radio station to chat to James O'Brien on why exactly he hadn't heard of him, and yet he was able to amass a crowd of 8,000 or 10,000 as he had in a place in Canada. And, you know, James O'Brien was shocked by this. He couldn't believe it. How has he never heard of someone that's well known? Baffling. I thought James O'Brien would have known everyone that's famous.
Hello, how are you? Hi, sister.
Very nice to hear from you. This is a bit special. Are you, let me guess, you're in a car or something and we were on the radio and you were sitting in the back and going, "Who's this clown talking about me on the radio?"
That is exactly what happened.
First question, is it normal for 8,000 people to turn up whenever you are attending a shop?
Surprisingly, yes. It's been amazing, and my fan base, which I call the Sisters, are so loyal. We just did a meet and greet in Toronto, Canada a few weekends ago, and over 10,000 people were there. So it's been getting crazy numbers lately, and Birmingham definitely was one of my favorite meet and greets I have ever done. The turnout was amazing. Everybody there was so sweet. So it was an incredible day.
I'm not too sure why everyone's so surprised that someone they've never heard of was able to attract such a big audience like this. I mean, nowadays we live in a big world with a lot of people doing a lot of different things. And, you know, the chance of you knowing everyone that's got some sort of an audience is very, very slim. I mean, if you take musicians, for example, there's loads of musicians that I haven't a clue who they are. They'll easily sell out 8,000, 10,000 tickets for a gig. It's the exact same with James Charles, except he's done it through videos. So I don't really know why everyone's so surprised they've never heard of him before. And so, as they always do, traditional media showed off how completely out of touch they are with the Daily Mail, or as I call them, the Daily Fail. No? Let's move on. And they came up with the headline, "WhoTube?" How long did that take you to come up with? It sounds more like a Doctor Who fan page than anything. Oh, I bloody love the Daleks. No. Anyway, as I was saying, WhoTube, virtually unknown US vlogger and his 8,000 screaming fans bring Birmingham city centre into a shock standstill with extra police drafted in amid crushed fears as he opens cosmetic store. I don't really know where to start with that. How can you have virtually unknown and 8,000 screaming fans in the same sentence. It makes no sense. This is why you're losing credibility by the day. You can't put that in the same sentence. It doesn't work. How can you be unknown and yet have 8,000 people screaming? It doesn't make any sense, Daily Mail. Even if you don't know who he is, you should at least show him the respect that I think he deserves. I mean, I'm not someone to watch YouTube makeup tutorials, I never will, but I can at least respect that he's built a following, he's built a brand, and from the stores I've seen online, it's all sold out as far as I'm aware, so he's clearly doing very, very well from it, and you can see that from other YouTubers across the platform as well, who are making millions and millions of pounds, tens of millions of pounds a year from selling makeup products. Male and female, is doing very, very well. I mean, I'm sure the makeup industry is sort of worth billions and billions of pounds, which is why I'm going to release my own palette. And it's going to be called the Sister Squadron. It's sort of army colours, camo sort of theme. It's your greens, your browns, your beiges, yeah? Use that palette, it's beret shaped. Just saying, it's gonna work. If anyone does steal that idea, I will sue you. So, don't. Other media reports on this, like The Sun for example, was You Broke Brum, which I initially thought was an attack on the incomes of people from Birmingham, but apparently it's not. It's actually, he broke the traffic in Birmingham, but, you know, similar. Anyway, it wouldn't surprise me if that's the route The Sun had taken it down, to be honest. Possibly the worst reaction to all of this came from an ITV local news channel in which, well, let's just play the clip.
I mean, you do beautiful makeup. Why, you know, you get yourself on YouTube.
That's because I take advice from a woman, not a man.
Again, completely out of touch with societal changes. I mean, a woman saying that she only takes makeup advice from a woman, not a man. Imagine me saying that I'd only take DIY tips from a man, not a woman. That would be sexist, is what I'm saying. So, you know, works both ways, in a way, but it doesn't really bother me, personally, but I'm just making the point, you know? James Charles obviously responded to the woman in that video in a tweet, which says, "I see your bio says that you're a mum. I hope you're raising your children to be a lot less ignorant than what you demonstrated live on television today," with an emoji which I don't know what it is, to be honest. I'm not really up on my emojis. Let me know in the comment section below. Boost the engagement a bit. And to be honest, I don't know whether I'm 100% behind doing that so publicly, to be honest. I mean, it depends what his audience is like. I have no idea what the Sister Squad are like. But, I mean, that could have sent millions of people, potentially, towards her Twitter account. And we've seen in the past what things can happen. You know, people send abuse or hate towards that person. Yes, they made a mistake. She definitely did make a mistake in what she was saying. And she should be called out for that. Definitely. But could a more sort of private message have been better there, possibly? It's difficult to say, really. I don't know whether he's since deleted it. I'm not really too sure. I've not really checked this morning. But that's a tweet that he sent last night, and I thought it was interesting to see him publicly call her out. I've not even seen whether she's responded to it yet. Let's take a look. Okay, so he has deleted the tweet now. So luckily I took a screenshot of it. Knew I made the right decision with that. Which means I can check her Twitter account to see whether she has apologised. No, she hasn't said anything from her Twitter account, so safe to say she probably hasn't even seen the tweet, to be honest. Now it's been deleted. But I thought it was interesting that he did that. I don't know what you guys think about that. Let me know in the comment section below. There's lots of examples of YouTubers sort of fighting back whenever they get criticised or something gets said about them. And sometimes it's the right thing to do, sometimes you're sending millions of people towards somebody. I don't know. I don't know where I stand with that one. Like I say, it really depends on the audience, I think. James Charles' audience, I don't really know a lot about, so can't comment on. Sorry. So I just wanted to make this video to sort of make a point of the fact that I still think traditional media is very much out of touch with the upcoming generation, and they still refuse to move away from the sort of rigid rules they were taught 40 years ago about what a man or a woman should be or look like or whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. Doesn't affect you, doesn't affect me. Who cares, really? Be who you want to be, is my overall message. Stick that on a piece of merch. Profit on that. Coming soon. Inspirational. So I guess that's everything for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'd really appreciate you dropping a like. Also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well. That'd be great too. For those of you new to the channel, I make commentary videos, as you might have realised by now. You can follow me on Twitter at GameFaceHD and on Instagram at GameFaceHD as well. Links to all that in the description below. I will see you guys shortly from the video. Look forward to some of the videos I've got coming up as well. Should be very good. Might have a special Valentine's Day one, so look forward to that. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye.